The energy is high.
It better be.
Oh,
It's
I love it.
almost 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I am feeling bad.
Oh.
So much has happened this week. So many dreadful things, tragic things have happened to me.
You literally just said you were doing great, and you said
I
that we
take
would
it
talk
back.
all about it on the podcast.
I take it back immediately.
This is exactly what I didn't expect.
I've changed my mind.
Okay.
I'm not doing great.
All right. Tell me about the badness that
You know
is
a little bit
happening
about
to
it.
you.
Because about a week ago, I noticed an abrasion on my beautiful sweet cat Janie's neck, and I thought, oh, that's quite serious.
Sweet little baby.
I felt scabs under her fur.
Oh, baby.
I thought, I have to take her to Petco because they have a wellness service that they offer. So I brought her to Petco, and they said, actually, we only provide wellness care if you get a vaccination with your cat.
Crazy also, by the way. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I said, well, what vaccinations are you offering? Because I would fucking get a vaccination if I need to.
Yeah.
I said rabies and some other one. And I said, well, can I just get like one of those? And she was like, has your cat had those vaccinations before? And I'm like, I think. And she's like, it's not recommended. So I was like, I can't get a wellness check here. Huh? I left and I went to the local pet hospital, the closest one in the area.
Where does one find a pet hospital? Did you literally just type in pet hospital?
I typed in pet hospital into Waze, and I looked for the one closest to me, drove there. I walked in with Janie, and I said, hi, I was hoping for just a wellness check. And they said, oh, do you have an appointment? I said, no, of course not. Of course I don't have
They're like,
an
look at
appointment."
me. Do I look like I'd have an appointment?
Yeah, and they said, well, we're scheduling months in advance. And I said, oh, you are, huh? I left. I was talking to...
Also crazy that a pet hospital, where one would imagine sudden and serious injuries would occur, that would be booked out months in advance. Like, do you have to schedule your pet's injury or, like, problem?
I guess
How does
they
that work?
prioritize existing patients.
Okay.
Patients,
And
maybe.
you're not an existing patient.
I'm not. And I was talking to my friend Julia about it. Shout out Julia. And she was like, you can take her to like an emergency vet. And I was like, oh, so that's what I'm going to do. She said, well, you probably shouldn't if it's not an emergency because you'll be waiting for hours. So I said, oh, okay. So I went home. I scheduled a telehealth appointment with a vet through an app. It cost me $80.
That's actually a stellar deal.
Yeah, not terrible. Still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her, and she was like, oh, do you think it might be fleas? And I said, no.
Absolutely not.
Why
Of
would
course
you
not.
say that to me? That's ridiculous. And she said, are you sure it's not fleas? I said, yeah, I'm sure it's not fleas. And then shortly after I end the appointment, I start looking through Janie's fur, and I see a fucking flea on her.
I'm not trying to laugh, but like the absolute certainty that you had, and then to be like, let me just check.
That's when
See.
yeah. And that's when the panic really started to set in.
Yeah.
And
Rightfully so.
I fucking hate bugs.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
And
Fleas in particular are a bitch.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but you offered to help by providing your flea fighting supplies.
I did.
So I was like, I got to take care of this tonight. And thankfully, my wonderful, incredible girlfriend offered to help as well, same day.
So kind.
Last minute.
Love that.
Shout out Becca. And I drove to your place. I picked up the supplies.
Yes.
Drove back to mine. I was like, we got to turn this place over.
Yes, I hope you did.
Spraying everywhere. It smelled like cedar.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is why certain pet stores smell like cedar, is
Yeah.
because they probably use the same chemical. Mm-hmm. And I took Janie in the bathroom, and I was like, this is going to be your
Poor
first
baby.
bath in 6 years. You're going to like this about as much as I do. And let's just say she hated it, and so
Yeah.
did I.
Yeah. Did you get scratched up?
No.
That's honestly the fact that you did not get scratched. I still have a little bit of a scar for where Bink scratched me when I tried to bathe him, and he didn't even have fleas. If he had fleas, I'd be fucked. I was just trying to help his dandruff out.
Yeah, it was terrible experience.
Yeah.
And the next day, she was continuing to scratch, and I looked at her little belly. I saw a flea again. I was like, hey,
baby.
we're going to have to do this again.
Oh, baby.
So I took her in the bathroom. I really shampooed her down. Yeah. And since then, I haven't seen any around the place.
Okay.
No issues. I've sprayed everything. I've turned everything over. I've washed my sheets on my bed 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Because she got in my bedroom and was on my bed 3 nights in a
baby.
row. And hopefully that is behind me now.
Hopefully. Yeah, fleas suck.
Mm.
They can be hard to get rid of once you get them. So I am wishing all the best for you.
Thank you.
As long as you stay diligent.
There you go. Yep.
And try to keep up preventative stuff. But yeah, hopefully the stuff that I gave you helped.
Thank you so much for that, by the way.
Yeah, of course. No problem.
I have everything that you gave me on standby just in case I see another one. But I've
Listen.
checked her several times since and I didn't see anything.
That's amazing. Also, I gotta say real quick, this is about you. But I just want to make it about me for a minute.
Please? You were the host.
Thank you.
I'm but the humble co-host.
Okay, thank you. David gives me such a hard time for
Oh,
what
for
I
what?
watch on YouTube.
Would you... Are you talking about like the cranioscopies or the surgeries?
Actually, first of all, it's a craniostomy,
Right.
not a cranioscopy. It's not
Right.
a colonoscopy.
Right.
It's a craniostomy.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, but I watch a wide variety of things, from rug cleaning videos to hoof trimming videos. I watch one of these things. One of the not so crazy things that I watch are pet grooming videos, which is wild. That's a less crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that I watch, I really enjoy. She's this sweet little Canadian woman, and she bathes pets and tells you about their breeds and gives you tips about like grooming them.
Oh.
So a lot of the tips that I gave you were not just from experience, but also from watching her.
Yeah,
So-
like the happy hoodie.
Exactly. That's her thing. The happy hoodie.
Yeah.
That's her thing.
Which, by the way, if you folks don't know, a happy hoodie is a sock cut in half.
Yeah.
And you pull it over your cat's head. I did it to calm them down.
Yes.
I did that with Janie. I didn't realize how damn tiny her head was.
Little itty bitty tiny heads.
She got a normal body, got a tiny head.
Yeah.
Doesn't take after me, that's for sure.
Does not take after her dad.
No.
But yeah. So I just gotta say that, like, for all the shit that I'm given, it helps.
Mm.
And happy hoodies are not just for cats; they're for dogs too, and it helps calm them down because
Right.
that's how their mothers pick them up by the nape of their neck, and it helps
Yes.
to compress that.
Well, I was unaware. She didn't like it very much.
No,
She
not all animals.
she
do.
got out of it pretty easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the breadth of your interests is incredible.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
some of them veer into the quite disturbing,
They
like
do.
the colonostomies.
Nope. That's not, I don't watch those. I just want to clarify. I do not watch a colonoscopy.
And like I've said many times before, you are going to be the subject of one of these future episodes. And we're going to have to do it real fast because there are going to be sirens in the background
I can only hope,
as
honestly.
they come to collect you.
Yeah. What else has been bad, Dylan? You said there was a lot of things that were bad, and you also said that there were, again, one thing I do want to preface that before we started, you said that many things were good, and that's not how you began this episode.
Yeah,
So
I think I was more just like
a lot of things to talk about.
I was just dwelling on the flea thing more than anything. A lot of things are great.
That's fair. That's what you started with, and then all of a sudden you said bad. Things are terrible. And I'm like, what do you mean?
No, things have been actually quite nice outside of the fleas.
Speak on it.
I got a lot of new stuff for my apartment. I've been trying to set up a smart home, which is
Okay.
surprisingly difficult.
Oh, well, how so?
You need to really
Be smart to have a smart.
nice. All right, so I'm gonna go. But no, I've been trying to set things up, getting like smart plugs and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So I've been trying to figure everything out. I got a bidet, and I
Fancy
installed
schmancy.
that in my bathroom.
Man, you're teching it up. You got Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
What are we calling Jessica these days?
Her name is Hikiko-san.
That's right.
Thank you.
Hikiko-san. I forgot. How could I forget?
Yeah, my
Honestly.
betrothed,
Yeah.
and also my employee.
Yes. It's a complicated relationship.
And I got a new mat for outside of my door, and a few other things as well.
A mat for outside of your door?
Yes, it
It's
is.
a smart mat?
No, it's.
Okay, that's what I was confused about. I was like,
Although they should make those.
like, what does that do?
It would be interesting to have a product that when you step on it, it activates the smart tech in your
What if
apartment,
it knows who you are based on who steps on it?
like your foot size.
Yeah. And like your weight and like how you stand, like it measures that and it gets like a pattern going on.
Yeah.
And so if someone is at your door, it'll know. And if it doesn't know, it's like an intruder alert.
TM.
Yeah. What do we call it?
I think smart mat.
Smart.
iMat.
iMat? Smart mat?
Yeah.
We'll shop it.
Yeah.
We'll shop it.
We'll workshop
but
it.
TM.
But yeah, other than that, things have just been, I guess, maybe getting those things to distract myself a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, my life has been wonderful.
On a shopping spree.
Yeah.
Little shopaholic over here.
Yeah.
Little retail therapy.
How about you? How you been, huh?
Things have been good. I've been busy with work, so every time I come home, I'm just kind of like taking my brain out of its box. Not craniostomy, just
Right.
manually ripping it out and then putting it off to the side. But no, things have been great. Good busy, not bad busy, just busy. I have an audition tomorrow.
You do?
Yes, I do.
For what?
For the operetta I told you about.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
Congratulations.
Oh, I didn't get anything yet, so don't congratulate me just yet. Oh, I didn't tell about the story of my other audition on this. So guys, this is what happened. So, the Carousel audition that I mentioned. First of all, have to preface, Carousel is one of my favorite shows to exist. I love Carousel. It's a golden age musical. Doesn't get done very often.
It's not one of the racist ones.
It's not one of the racist ones.
Okay, so get that out of your mind.
Yes, it's not. I promise. It's really, really beautiful, and no one ever does it.
Right.
Someone finally is doing it. And they're doing it in concert. So it's not the full production, but it's still in concert. I'll take it. I would play any part in that show. Literally anything. I would play a man. I'd play a tree. I'd play whatever you give me. I'd play the triangle if one was so inclined to give me that. So I had my audition. It went really, really well. They were very excited about me. They were asking me a lot of questions about how long I'd been singing like this and who teaches me, and like congratulating me for my sound and how it sounds. After I sang both my pieces, the director jumped up from his seat and shook my hand and said, hey, you were wonderful. We really enjoyed you. We would like you to come back. We're having callbacks soon for this specific part, Carrie, one of the female leads.
Right.
And we want you to come back for it.
When he jumped up from his seat, with how much energy? How exuberantly?
Very exuberant.
Did his shoes fly off?
I thought they might. Lots of gusto. Basically, anytime I opened my mouth, they were like, wow, it was incredible. After the first song, they were like, really, really beautiful. So beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And then the second time, I finished, and they were like, great job. And he jumped right up and was like, hey, you're coming back for callbacks.
I love what this is building up to.
Yeah.
Because I know.
Dylan knows what's happening. So lots of excitement, lots of exuberance.
Yeah.
I shed a tear or two in my car out of happiness, not of sadness, out of happiness, because I was just so up. I've been working so hard on my voice, especially my classical sound, and really trying to get there. I texted my voice teacher right away, and I told him the good news. I texted my other friend who was also auditioning, told him the good news. Texted my friend group, texted David, texted everybody. I was so excited. So I was just waiting to hear about my callback. And, my friend Ben, who I reached out to, he called me, and he said, hey, did you get an email about callbacks? It was probably the next week that he called me. And I said, no, I haven't heard anything yet. Have you? And he said, yeah, it's the strangest thing. I got an email about callbacks, and it has everybody listed who was called back, and you were not on it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, let me check my email. I didn't actually check. I didn't see anything come in, but I didn't actually check my email. Let me see if I got anything. So I checked my email, and I did get an email, lo and behold. And I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm on the phone with him as I'm checking my email. I was like, Ben, hold on a second. I did get an email. And he's like, oh, okay. Good. So I open my email.
What does it say?
And this email says, not only were you not called back, but you were not cast for this production.
Damn.
So I don't know.
That's fucked.
So I don't know what happened, but I was crushed.
Yeah, that's devastating.
Pretty fucked up. So yeah, at least fake it, if something changed. That's the thing. I was like, maybe somebody else auditioned after, and there was just better people. That's totally fair.
But remember with what gusto the man jumped.
Dylan, I was one of the last 3 people to audition. So it's not even people were just after me that they just liked better.
Yeah.
Something happened. Either someone said something about me that I don't know, and I'm concerned because I'm quite frankly delightful. And or
I think that might be the title of this episode. I'm quite frankly delightful.
Quite frankly, I'm delightful. But so something happened in the 7 days from once I auditioned to them saying, not only are you not coming to callbacks, but we don't want you in the show at all.
That's wild. You would have even played a carny.
I would have played anything.
Yeah.
So I respectfully emailed them back. In my head, I was like, what the fuck? But respectfully, I was like, hey, I'm just a bit confused.
Uh-huh.
You seem to receive me very well. And now I'm not being received at all. So I'm just a little confused.
Right.
If you could shed some light on what may have happened in these few days that I hadn't spoken to you, or perhaps one have forgotten about me,
Uh-huh.
Have not heard back since. It's been about a week and a half. So I don't know what happened. Callbacks are in 3 days. I only know that because I know the people who are going back to it. But I have not been contacted.
I thought this story had a different ending. I thought you were going to tell me that they did get back to you.
No, I have not received a response.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's how my audition went. My audition went great. My audition went really, really well, guys. And that's not just me saying that. I have proof. Lots of gusto in the room there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
That really sucks.
So, I mean, I'm not as nervous tomorrow. I'm kind of nervous tomorrow, just to be like, my confidence is a little rattled, but
Hey,
I know the people who will be there auditioning me, so I feel a little bit better.
If you need to cry, now is the time to do it on the podcast.
And not at the audition tomorrow. I'll start singing. Just like start weeping.
Yeah. Welcome, folks, to My Existential Crisis, the podcast
where we talk about all the things that make us question our entire sense of self. My name is Madison Epley.
And my name is Dylan Bug-ger. Is that anything?
Yeah, it is. It is. And that has to stay in now.
Now, as we talked about in the intro, Janie had fleas recently. Bless her little heart.
Oh, baby.
Then I thought, hey, why don't I do an episode on fleas?
Okay.
They're certainly scary. But once I calmed down a little, I realized that fleas aren't that scary. But do you know what is scary?
What?
Other parasites.
Oh.
The wider world of parasites and the people who love them.
I love that. Also, I just gotta say, I've been catching up on social media lately, guys, in terms of posting for episodes, and trying to find pictures for this episode. I'm sure it's gonna be delightful.
Yeah,
it's gonna haunt my nightmares.
It's gonna be a nightmare for you, I'm sure.
Thanks, really appreciate it.
Of course.
Continue.
Absolutely. So today I'm going to be covering the most disturbing parasites I could
love
find.
That. That's great.
Yeah, the most twisted, revolting creatures known to nature, and one occasion in which they were weaponized.
Oh shit!
But before I begin, in your opinion, what's the scariest parasite?
I knew you were going to ask me this question, and I've suddenly forgot every single parasite that exists.
All right. This is a rare instance in which you will be pausing, and I won't be editing this out.
Oh, no!
Unlike the usual times in which I pause.
Oh, no!
So please, what's your favorite parasite?
You're going to actually make me sit and think here to find a parasite. Oh, no! He's not editing this out. Okay, I'm panicking, especially now. The parasite, okay. Scariest parasite?
Yes.
My mind.
That's a fucking weird answer. Okay.
Because it's consuming every bit of me right now. No. Besides tapeworms, what other parasites are there?
Oh, we're gonna get into it.
Oh fuck! Don't. I think isn't there a plant parasite or a?
Yes, there is.
Something about that is I know about a parasitic plant.
It's funny you bring that up.
Oh no!
Because that's one of the parasites I'm going to be talking about today.
Crazy! I didn't know that.
So now let's lay the groundwork for what a parasite is, because it's a broad definition.
Wait, I have an answer.
Oh?
I have a real answer.
Okay.
There is a type of bug parasite that basically takes control of the mind of the other bug that it controls or the other animal that it controls, and it basically makes them kill themselves.
Is this the slug one?
I don't know.
The one that goes into the slug's eye stalks and has it eaten by a bird so it can reproduce?
I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of. But is that one you're covering?
No, one of the other parasites I looked at when I was researching.
I'm so glad that you have this infinite knowledge of parasites, and I'm so glad this is one area where I'm not an expert. So
yeah.
Continue educating me, Dylan.
Absolutely. So according to the CDC, a parasite is an organism that lives on or in a host organism and gets its food from or at the expense of that host. Now, there are 3 categories of parasite: protozoa, helminths, and ectoparasites.
Okay.
You might think of parasites as being some kind of visible creature like a tapeworm, but they could be microscopic, one-celled organisms like the protozoa.
I hate that.
Yes, the classic parasites we typically think of when we hear the word parasite are helminths or ectoparasites. Now, helminths are large multicellular organisms like flatworms, roundworms, tapeworms, etc.
Worms,
all shapes of worms. Ectoparasites broadly refer to blood-sucking arthropods like ticks, lice, and fleas. But today, we're not going to be talking about ticks, lice, or fleas.
Okay, good.
Instead, we're going to be exploring something a little darker.
Okay.
Just a warning here before we go into things. We have a lot of other light, fun episodes. If you don't like bug talk, if you don't like talking about bugs, there are other episodes for you to listen to.
Yeah, what was the last one that I covered?
An abduction.
Yeah, it's really lighthearted, fun episodes, guys.
And before that, what was the one that I covered before that?
The one that you covered before that?
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't remember.
Insulting. But yeah, feel free to look through our catalog to find something that won't get under your skin.
Yikes.
Now, I'll be arranging this list from least to most disturbing.
Love that.
To keep things a little interesting. And we're going to start with the Loa Loa worm.
Okay.
What is the Loa Loa worm?
What is it, Dylan?
Thank you so much for asking. It's a parasitic roundworm, also called the African eyeworm. It was given the name African eyeworm because it likes to crawl under the surface of the human eye under the conjunctiva, the mucous membrane that covers the front of the eye and lines your eyelids.
Body horror, body horror.
Yeah, in real life.
I can watch craniostomies, but something about this gets me. I don't know why.
In your eyeball.
Because I'm not. I'm not inviting it. That's why I'm doing some real psycho analysis.
What is that thing that people say? I do not accept this negative energy.
I do not accept this parasite.
Yeah. As we're contracting a Loa Loa worm, it's transmitted through deer flies and horse flies.
Okay.
Which pick up larvae from the blood of infected people. The larvae are then passed on through the fly's bite. Yikes. Once inside their host, the larvae mature into adult worms, traveling under the skin and, occasionally, across the eye.
I hate that so much. Okay, I'm going to throw up. Gonna throw up.
I got some good news for you.
Okay.
Silver lining. Unless you're listening to this in the rainforest regions of West and Central Africa, you probably don't have to worry.
I hope not.
You did take a trip to Africa recently, didn't you?
I was going to literally just say I just went to Africa.
Any flies around that bit you by any chance? Hard to tell. It can, take months to mature in your body. Who knows? I'm kidding about the last part. I'm not really sure. Now, there are drugs that can kill both adult worms and larvae.
I'll take them, just in case.
That said, treatment can be dangerous if there's, and I quote here, heavy worm burden, which is the warmest thing I've heard in a while.
Heavy worm burden. There's a lot of good title things happening in this episode.
Worms, huh?
Yeah.
Now, we're going to be moving on to the next parasite.
Okay.
And this little guy is a protozoa. When I read the header for this particular section of the article I was using for research, I just knew I had to add it. Now, that's right. We're talking about sexually transmitted dog cancer.
What the fuck?
If there's a God, he certainly doesn't want us to believe in him. Now, this particular kind of cancer is spread via contagious tumor cells. That's right, there's such thing as contagious tumor cells. If a dog has sex with, licks, bites, or even sniffs a cancerous area, these parasitic cells can be passed on. There is a bright side, though. Tumors that are passed on this way will typically regress 3 to 9 months after they first appear, which makes a dog immune to reinfection.
So is it like herpes, where they're always a carrier, but they're not like an active infection?
I'm not sure, really.
I love the level of research you've done for this. I really, honestly, really appreciate it, Dylan.
100%.
Love that.
I'm nothing if not consistent.
Is this, I'm going to ask you another question that you're not going to know how to answer.
Sure.
Is this like feline AIDS?
I guess a little bit, yeah. In a way, it's sexually transmitted.
Except it doesn't
disease.
it doesn't lie dormant in cats. Once they have it, they have it.
Right, yeah. Jesus Christ. Now, fun fact, this kind of cancer is one of the oldest cancers known to science thus far.
Do we have it? Is there a human version of this? Can we get this?
No, I don't believe so.
We cannot get it from my dog.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
You're not sure about a lot of things, Dylan, and it's not giving me if you're going to tell me bad things, I need you to be able to have knowledge of the good things.
I don't. Yeah, sorry about that. Now, I think that's a really fun fact, really. Come for the parasites.
Oh, yeah, it's actually such a fun fact, honestly.
Yeah, come for the
really
parasites.
Soothing that you also don't know the answer that can be happening to humans. Love that. It's really nice, actually.
Jesus. Come for the parasites. Stay for the cancer facts. All right. I just had to get that line out.
All right. You really didn't, though.
All right. Let's get even darker. Now, you might have heard of this one because of just how unique it is. We should have a parasite beauty pageant.
You could just stop right there.
Wouldn't it be so nice to have a parasite beauty pageant?
Honestly, I can't think of anything worse.
Well, I think it might be fun.
I vehemently disagree, but, you know.
Now, this particular parasite, known as Cymothoa exigua.
You're like, once again, coming in ill prepared.
is the only parasite to replace an organ. You might be wondering how.
Is it your brain?
No, it's not my brain.
Is it the skin?
It is not skin either. Do you have any other guesses?
Your heart.
It's not your heart.
Your stomach.
Not your stomach.
I'm trying to think of what's worse.
This is really bad.
An eyeball.
Not your eyeball.
Your spleen.
Not your spleen.
I don't even know what a spleen does, honestly.
Well, it's a crustacean that enters through the gills of a fish, typically snappers. It attaches itself to the base of the snapper's tongue and sucks its blood until the tongue atrophies and falls away.
Wait. I need you to repeat that, and not to torture the people who are listening, but just because I'm so confused at how this worked. The snapper? Like a fish?
Yes. So this crustacean that looks quite like a isopod, like one of those little hermit crab.
Yes.
Not hermit crab, but
yeah, but like a little like weird looking guy.
Yeah.
It's not a lobster or a crab, but a smaller guy.
a weird looking little
Hermit crab looking guy.
layered crab
Yes.
with the shells. It looks like a fossil.
Okay.
Now this crustacean enters through the gills of a fish.
Okay.
It attaches itself to the base of the snapper's tongue and sucks its blood until the tongue atrophies, falls away. At which point, the Cymothoa replaces the tongue.
Wait, it becomes the tongue?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta say, I dream up some really weird shit, but these would make really good horror movies.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And it's funny that you bring that up as well, because of something I'm about to mention.
Oh, no.
Now, throughout the rest of its lifespan, the Cymothoa feeds on the fish's blood and mucus. The fish continues to live. It's still able to swim and eat. It's just carrying around this parasite.
Yikes.
Now, for all the horror movie fans out there, you might have seen The Bay from 2012. Ever heard of it?
Nope.
It is a film about a strain of isopod similar to Cymothoa that eats people from the inside out.
Shit.
Would highly recommend if you're into horror.
I would actually probably enjoy that.
Yeah, it's a found footage film.
Oh,
That's quite
okay.
good. And great concepts, good execution, just a great film, all in all. Now, let's move on to the next parasite on our list. And this one's a parasitic fungus. You've likely heard of this one, whether because you have an interest in the macabre or an interest in the game/show The Last of Us. That's right, we're talking about cordyceps. Now, unlike other parasites that need to enter the host's body, cordyceps only need to breach the exoskeleton of an insect. Once the spores of the fungus attach themselves to the outer body of a bug, they burrow in and germinate within this little bug barty.
Birdie.
Yep. As the fungus germinates within its host, its mycelium, or fungal threads, invade and eventually replace the insect's body tissues.
Oh.
The parasite then compels the insect to climb to higher ground, and then once there, the fungus erupts from the exoskeleton, using their hollowed corpse to disperse more spores into the air.
That is fucked.
That is real life.
That is so fucked. Mm-hmm. Can it happen to humans?
No.
Just bugs.
Just bugs. And with that,
That's
the cycle
so
continues.
Fucked. It's crazy that I'm sorry. This is like, we recently had a debate at work, maybe a couple months ago. It was like a hot takes debate. And one of our team members said that their hot take was that plants are gross and terrifying, just generally really weird. And at first I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then he described a bunch of things like this, and then I was absolutely on board. And so that's all I can think about now, is how plants are just like the fungus that does not have a brain. It does not have the capacity to think, knows with its little tiny little fibers to go to make the bug travel to higher grounds so that it can self-destruct and release an umbrella of more fungal germs to other bugs.
Quite so.
That's terrifying.
Yes, it is. And on the subject of fungi, some people speculate in fringe communities that fungi are actually aliens. Because if you think about it, if you're a species on another planet, the best way of moving from planet to planet, that enormous distance, is to travel on the cosmic winds as a spore until you land on a planet that can successfully house you. And that's why fungi is so different from every other organism on Earth.
I think you've talked about this before.
I think so, briefly.
And I think that's honestly a great theory, because like, for how much, like you said, they are so unlike anything that we have.
Yes, truly.
It's just a literal freak of nature.
Absolutely. Now, in The Last of Us, a new strain of cordyceps begins infecting humans, but I'm sure you'll be relieved to know that, as I mentioned, it only affects bugs for now. I mean, it's a relief to know that, unless our listener is a bug, in which case, watch out, and also like and subscribe. Now, I looked high and low for the last parasite on this list. Something worse than eyeball worms, sexually transmitted dog cancer, tongue crustaceans, and zombie fungus. And boy, did I find one.
Oh, gosh.
Scary because it can harm humans, and even scarier because of the way in which it does so. Madison, have you ever heard of Vandellia serosa, or the vampire fish?
I don't think I have.
Well, you're about to.
Oh, no.
Now, native to the Amazon, the vampire fish is a type of catfish only a few inches long. It follows the scent of ammonia to larger fish, at which point it swims inside their gills and shoots out a large, spiny protrusion to lodge itself there.
Oh, gosh.
It then drinks the fish's blood. Not that terrible. I mean, you see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's,
You see that every day, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, calm down.
To our listeners in the Amazon, it's whatever.
No big deal.
Now, you may be wondering, how is a vampire fish harmful to humans? And you might already have an idea. Do you?
If you were to eat the fish that's poisoned.
Mm-mm. It follows the scent of ammonia.
Cat pee?
You're close.
Oh no, human pee? Oh no.
Now, when people urinate, they also excrete ammonia.
Like cats.
Just like cats. And there are confirmed cases of the vampire fish following the stream to its source.
No.
By which I mean the vampire fish will sometimes enter a person's urethra.
I hate it here.
Extend its spine and lodge itself in a person's penis. It then drinks their blood. You then need surgery to remove the little sucker and therapy, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Wait, how large is this fish?
Just a few inches.
How can it fit?
I'm sure it's very ambitious.
Yikey crikey. Oh, I have to
Where
say
there's
though,
a will, there's a way.
Wait, is it only reported in people with penises?
That's the only information that I got from my research.
So I was going to say that would make a lot of sense, because that urethra is larger than women urethras.
And you learned that today here on My Existential Crisis,
So
folks.
I'm just saying that, like, maybe I'm safe. Maybe I don't have to worry about it. Maybe this is actually the one that I don't have to worry about.
I'm worrying. Now, that said, this kind of thing is uncommon. It's more common that the vampire fish will find another way inside its human victim to suck their blood.
Honestly, if
Silver
anything,
lining.
this is the lesson. Don't pee in a pool. Don't pee in open water.
Yeah, don't pee in a lake or a river or
it's
anywhere
not,
else.
It's not what it's meant for.
Mm-hmm.
Go use the bathroom like a civilized human being.
Yeah, and also, if you got to sneeze, go to your car. All right? If you got a cough, go to your car.
That's crazy. That's actually so wild that you do that. It's honestly.
I don't do that. No.
Wait, you don't do that?
No.
I thought you did that.
No, it was a joke I made a while ago with a straight face. Yeah, you believe me.
Right before we started this episode, I don't even know what I said, but I was like, I don't believe you, Dylan. Dylan told me a fact, and I said, I don't believe you. And he said, am I really that unbelievable? And then I just looked at him. Because he says shit like this. He says things like, I go to my car to sneeze and cough with a straight face, and keeps it going for years.
Can I ask you, who can hold their sneeze in so long that they can stand up from their desk, go outside, walk into their car, close the door, and then sneeze?
If anyone can do it, you could do it. If anyone could do it, I could see you bolting out of here and waiting to sneeze.
Well, I appreciate the confidence.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, as I mentioned in the intro to this segment, I'm not just talking about parasites. I'm also talking about the people who love them.
Oh, no.
That's right. Love takes many forms, and for some people, they love parasites, and they want to spread that love to their unwitting victims.
Wait, are you... Okay.
Here's a somewhat famous story from the subreddit r Confessions. My obsession hurts others around me. It's also my fetish, but it goes far deeper than that. I'll try to explain the obsession the best I can by explaining how it started. Basically, when I was young, I caught pinworms. It was a strange feeling and the itch was painful. My parents took me to the doctor and I got medication to cure it. This event is what sparked my obsession. The thought that my body could be their whole world, their lifeline, almost a planet of sorts. It was so interesting. After that, I began researching pinworms and other parasites, and I found out the human body already hosts parasites, such as Demodex on their eyelashes. And I wanted to know how many a human body could endure without a chance of serious health issues. This curiosity has plagued my mind for years. I'm now 25, but I am very well versed in parasites as I have been studying them for over 10 years. I also purposefully infect myself with non-lethal parasites because it's part of a fetish of mine. Some have worked better than others. Quite a few have given me serious diarrhea and fevers, while others have been much more bearable. I currently have pinworms and tapeworms, various non-pathogenic protozoa, and pubic lice. I am incredibly masochistic, so although it's uncomfortable, I do feel pleasure from it.
I hate this. I thought you were making this up. I thought when you were going into this, I was like, speaking of Dylan making shit up.
So all these parasites mean I need to eat a lot more than the average person, and I still look thin. And to be quite honest, it means I can enjoy so much more food than most people. I also keep multiple cultures of bedbugs and leeches in containers and allow them to feed on my blood sometimes.
What the fuck?
Although those kinds are not really my passion, as they do not live primarily on the human body, but I think they're interesting nonetheless, and I find them pretty cute. Now it's time for the confession.
That wasn't the confession. That wasn't the confession.
It gets a lot worse. My obsession and fetish isn't just about infecting myself anymore. I also have the desire to infect others.
No.
And I have acted on those desires. Sometimes my parasites just pioneered to new lands on their own. My family have caught pinworms multiple times without my intention. And other times I purposely spread them. I have infected strangers, friends, and even my own family. I know it's bad, but I just can't stop. I think I have parasites in my brain that make me feel like I need to spread them. I know how crazy that sounds, but if you knew the feeling, you'd understand. Maybe it's just a mental illness, or maybe its origin is parasitic in nature. I really don't know. All I know is it feels good when I do these things. I feel an intense need to spread my children, and when I do, I feel pleasure.
No!
I must have spread thousands of my children over the years.
Oh my gosh.
I sometimes sprinkle tapeworm eggs into people's drinks when I'm out at clubs. I also caught pubic lice from sex with a random woman I met at that same club, and in return, I'm pretty sure I gave her pinworms. So it was a trade. The woman wasn't even attractive. I just wanted to gift her some pinworms.
Oh my god.
And instead, I basically won the jackpot by sleeping with her. I then spread my pubic lice to at least 4 other women. Sometimes I also sprinkle worm eggs onto food in buffets whenever I visit them.
What the fuck?
Yes, I understand you would think it's gross and messed up.
Yeah, you do understand correctly that I think it's gross and especially messed up.
Yeah. Oh, I am basically betraying my species for my children. It's hard. I do enjoy people and I have wonderful friends and family, but I also love my parasites and my fetish is just too hard to control. I don't want to hurt anyone when I do these things, but
You are.
force beyond my understanding is driving me to do it. I think I could possibly have a parasite in my brain that has not yet been discovered. I'm sorry to all the people I've caused discomfort to,
No, you're not.
but it's for a cause beyond human understanding. Although this all can be justifiable, I still feel guilt. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yes, you do.
I hope the people I spread my gifts to can
Nope.
find it in their hearts to be a little more open-minded
Absolutely not.
and not kill my children,
Nope.
but learn to live with them
Nope.
like I have instead.
Absolutely not.
I'm aware how strange and disgusting others will find me.
I
if
don't
they
think
knew.
you do.
I'm aware of how immoral this seems to most people.
I don't think you are.
I assume you may see me in a negative light after reading this,
You're
but but remember, I only want what's best for my children.
Stop fucking calling them your
And
children.
if you were truly in my shoes, I'm sure you would do the same.
You know what, Guy? That is one thing I am absolutely confident about. Of all the things that you said, that is the one thing I'm for sure confident that you're absolutely wrong. I would not do the same or feel the same.
Now, there's a certain amount of skepticism you have to keep when approaching a
course.
story like this.
Of course.
I could only find it through a repost.
Of course.
But it's also Reddit where people can post somewhat anonymously.
Yes.
Whether because they want to scare people or that's just how they get off. Still, it doesn't seem like this story has been disproven, but it's not outside the realm of possibility, especially with other stories we've covered on this show.
Oh, for sure. For sure. There is absolutely that modicum of doubt in my brain that's like, this is just made up shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not outside the realm of reality where I now do not put your fingers in your mouth, people. Sanitize them.
Yeah.
If you're going to put them in your mouth, don't put them in your mouth. Do not purposely try to catch and or spread parasites to other people.
Yeah.
That is illegal.
Mm-hmm, and give a second thought when you go to the buffet.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Don't eat anything ever.
There are also sexual fetishes that are in line with this kind of behavior.
Yes.
It seems to fall in the overlap between sexual sadism and a contamination fetish.
Yes.
Which didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, either would never have guessed, but
Now, there are also, and this is a bit lighter, there are also other stories of people intentionally infecting themselves. Like BBC TV presenter Dr. Michael Mosley, who went as far as to swallow tapeworm cysts in the name of journalism. Several weeks later, he swallowed a pill camera, which sent live pictures to his iPad. He found several worms attached to the lining of his intestine. Here's a direct quote.
oh,
When I first saw the worms, I was in an Indian restaurant. I shouted out, "Blimey, there's a tapeworm in me." The other diners looked very surprised.
yeah, no shit.
Oh, man. So where does that leave us?
In
It
hell. In actual hell, Dylan.
It leaves us in a world crawling with all kinds of interesting creatures. Some of them are as small and relatively harmless as the humble flea. Some of them are as malicious and frightening as the vampire penis fish. And some of them look just like us and frequent your local buffet.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
What a world, huh? I, for one, am going to stay in my home forever and never leave. And I suggest our audience does the same. Sources are the CDC, Live Science, Discover Wildlife, Business Insider, Reddit, and the BBC.
I want to say thank you, but I don't want to say thank you. thank you for giving me some more nightmare fuel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really appreciate that. Honestly,
Of course.
I was running out of ideas. So
100%.
it was really, really nice of you.
So out of the 5 that we discussed, which is the scariest to you?
The last one, the human who is spreading his parasites.
Oh, that, I mean, technically he is kind of a parasite.
I would agree with that 100%, which is why I say the human who is spreading his parasites intentionally.
Yeah. I think that is the most sinister one.
Yeah. Yes. 110%. I very much do believe it is illegal to put things in other people's food without telling them. Like, that's not, you don't do that. That's, I think it's illegal if there's like drugs involved, if there's harm involved. And I think that this would fall under that harm category.
Yeah, this is 100% illegal.
Yes. Don't do this, people. Please don't. And don't eat from buffets or leave your house ever. That's, you heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here worst.
Yep. Absolutely worst. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
For informing us of the public scaries that are out there.
And I do want to say, I did give a warning at the start of the episode that people who don't like little bugs probably shouldn't listen.
You did. You did give that warning, Dylan. Yeah.
Hey, pinworm, it's just a friend that you haven't made yet. Huh?
How does one harvest tapeworm eggs to sprinkle on a buffet?
It's interesting you bring that up. He actually harvested the tapeworm cyst from infected cattle.
From what?
Infected cattle.
Cow?
Cattle. Yeah.
No, how does this Reddit guy?
Oh, the Reddit guy?
Yes.
Probably buy them online.
That honestly almost makes it worse, because if it's just coming from him and like he sees them laying around, it's like, oh, what do I do with these? Sprinkle them on some buffet. But if he's absolutely like getting them online, that's so malicious.
Fucked up that you can get bed bugs.
Premeditated bed bug infections. That's fucked.
Also, who the fuck would keep bed bugs in their home of their own volition?
Don't know.
I guess if you're into bugs and you are this specific person, it wouldn't bother you as much. But that's like an absolute nuclear bomb waiting to go off.
It literally is. And not just that, but like, you can't tell which one's male and female. You can't tell if the one that you picked out to get a little suckle on you is pregnant.
A little suckle.
You don't know if you just think you're just putting him back in there. It's gonna do its thing, but it could be laying eggs and then get everywhere. Which this guy probably wouldn't mind. He would very much like it. But.
Yeah, and those were just 5 of like dozens and dozens and dozens of terrifying parasites that exist in our world.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I remember reading a story of this teenager who ate a slug on a dare and it contained a parasite within it, and he died of that parasite.
Shit.
So
don't eat slugs.
Don't eat slugs.
Or dirt.
Or
from buffets.
I think that covers all our bases, yeah.
Cover your drinks.
Or
don't get a drink while you're out, because you don't know who the bartender is. Don't drink anything when you're out. And that you haven't gotten yourself.
Right, don't piss in Amazon rivers.
No. Don't pee anywhere. Actually, I think like I can confidently say that. Do not pee in bodies of water that are not your toilet.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's
we covered the bases.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
All right, thanks, Dylan, for the PSA.
And thank you so much for listening, folks.
Yeah, thanks for making it this far. I really appreciate it, because I don't blame you if you don't.
And remember, when you're in bed at night and you feel a tickle across your skin,
don't do this.
It might not just be your imagination.
I already think about that, Dylan. Oh gosh. Well, thanks for listening, guys. If you would like more of this kind of thing, hopefully we'll make things a little lighter next time with an abduction or a murder or something. If you want to hear more from us, you can at my existential crisis podcast at gmail.com. If you want to like send in a topic request that isn't parasites or something, that's totally fine. Open to that. If you're clamoring for more parasites and parasite pageantry, let us know.
Yeah, if you want a parasite beauty pageant.
Yeah, let Dylan know. You can follow us on ME Crisis Pod on Instagram and Facebook. I am catching up on posts, so there will be things to see. Dylan, where can they find you?
Marvel Folk on Instagram.
And me at my first name and my last name.
All right, folks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.